this video, I am going to show you about my what work I did during my GSoC period, what were my goals, how did I achieve it, what did I deliver to the organization, and everything else about my GSoC final report. So let's begin. Let me open my portfolio where I can find a link to my final report. So here it is. Yep, here is my final report. In this report, I have mentioned everything about what work I did during my GSoC period, right? So these are some details about my mentors. Uh, First one is Till Campeter. He was the org lead of Open Printing and org admin for the Linux Foundation for the GSoC. Next one was Chris, who was a specialist in rock, and next one was Saurabh, uh, who was an expert in Docker. He did PhD in Docker. So this was the goal of my uh, project, in which I was tasked to containerize various printer apps and common Unix printing search system, which is cups, into OCI images using Rockcraft. So this simplifies the deployment of these tools across diverse and many immutable distros. This increased the distribution of cups and printer apps, right? So what was I tasked with was to create fully fledged OCI images for cups and printer apps, to write some workflows so that I can build and push these OCI images on GitHub packages or on the cups or on the Docker Hub with every commit, having some nice version system. Also to write some CI pipeline which will help in testing these printer apps and cups, right? So the deliverable which was set by the org or by the mentors was creating OCI image, writing some automation script for maintenance and versioning, documenting the testing, and writing the README file, and pushing these images over the GitHub packages or Docker Hub. Right? What did I deliver within my coding period was a fully fledged working image of cups with detailed documentation, GitHub workflows, maintenance and versioning automation script, and installation is installation documents, testing documents, and everything. And I I delivered OCI images of various printer apps like PS printer app, HPL printer app, Gutten printer app, and GSoC printer app, and write some CI pipelines for Cupsrog, uh, which which will basically runs on every pull or on every push or any on every PR, on every commit, everything, and some GitHub workflows to build this rock and push to Docker Hub and or GitHub packages. Pushing to Docker Hub is still not there, because Open Printing is not yet set as org on the Docker Hub. If it sets up as org in future, the code is there. They can just uncomment the code, and it will be automatically pushed to Docker Hub. Right. What was the pending thing which I did not complete during my GSoC period was some in-depth testing and some reporting of printer app and writing a robust documentation for printer apps. And this was the tech stack which I used: Docker, GitHub Actions, Bash scripting, Rockcraft, Cups, and everything about printer apps. And the major challenges which I faced during my coding period was how to set up debug daemon and avoid daemon inside a Docker image, which took basically a month for me to figure out how I can do this with of course with the help of my mentors. I successfully do that. Right. Here are some benefits to the organization through my GSoC code. which will help open printing to distribute their cups and printer app across many immutable distribution, which was previously not uh, previously not being done. Uh, Previously, open printing was using snaps to distribute uh, their packages over the many OSs, but the snap was limited to only few OS like Ubuntu or Debian. Now with Docker image, they can deploy it anywhere, and also the implementation of GitHub Actions for which will reduce manual maintenance, manual versioning system, and manual dependency updates. During my GSoC period was a lot of things about containerization, Docker, Rapcraft, cups, printer apps, GitHub workflows, GitHub actions, and CI/CD, and many things, and also how to write a production-worthy code and everything about the coding. So here are a few links uh, to the work I have done, like Cups Rock, which is here. You can find it, and I have also raised a PR to Cups main repository so then they can merge my Cups Rock and Cups Snap into their main repository, and few more. And these were noteworthy PRs which was not related to the work which I was tasked to do during my GSoC period, but I did it on uh, like and cherry on top of something. This PR was in Ubuntu Desktop Snaps, which is a library or which is a GitHub action to automate dependency update and versioning systems. Yeah, here you can find some documentation about Rockcraft, my weekly report, and a symphony of thanks to my mentors. My weekly report contains everything I was doing during my weeks. Uh, I was held a weekly meeting also with my mentors where I reported them with this. I have mentioned what I did during my previous week, what are tasks for my next week, and if I had any doubt, I used to talk to my mentor about that. That is what all about my final report. If you want to explore more about my journey, you can always visit my website singroot.com and get in touch with me.